Welcome back to the SportsMax zone. We continue with football. The English Premier League enters its 34th round this weekend, and these are the fixtures down to be contested. On Saturday, Crystal Palace against West Ham, Brentford at home to Nottingham Forest, Brighton at home to Wolves. On Sunday, Bournemouth, they play Leeds, Fulham face Manchester City, Manchester United will be up against Aston Villa, Newcastle plays Southampton, and Liverpool will be facing Tottenham. On Monday, the action continues, Leicester against Everton, and Tuesday, Arsenal against Chelsea. Well, this is how the table looks entering the weekend. Arsenal at the top of the table on 75 points. After that 4-1 win, Manchester City, they're in second position on 73. 2 points separate them from league leaders Arsenal. Newcastle in third on 62. Manchester United in fourth on 60 points. We look at the bottom of the table now. We see Brentford in ninth on 47. Fulham, they round out the top 10 on 45 points. Chelsea in 11th on 39. What about West Ham? They're in 15th spot on 34 points. Continuing to look at the table, Everton in 19th position, having played 33 matches. A total of 28 points, just one below Leicester, who is in 18th, and at the 20th spot on the table, Southampton, having played 33 matches on 24 points. So Lance, we have some blockbuster fixtures this weekend. Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea. But let's zone in a bit on Manchester United versus Aston Villa. In the reverse fixture early in the season, Villa beat United 3-1. Lance, do you see them doing the double? Villa, they're on a 10-match unbeaten run. They seem to be looking really good.
Well, form-wise, suggesting that they won't be pushovers for Manchester United for sure, but they've never done the double over Man United in the history of Premier League football, and I don't think that will start this weekend. So I'd take Man U. But I think it's going to be a close game. You remember Man U lost 3-1 to them back in October, I think it was. Leon Bailey was among the scorers on that day. He's injured, and he's injured now, so he will miss the game. But both of them are among the lowest scoring teams of all the teams in the top 10 in the moment in the Premier League. So Man United haven't been prolific scorers, relatively speaking. Neither have Aston Villa. But defensively, Man United is strong, and their home record is very impressive. So I'd take them here, but I think this is going to be a tight match.
Yeah, and Aston Villa, they've gone 10 Premier League games without a loss, Lance. Ollie Watkins in a form, he's having the form of the season that he would want right now. He's been scoring those goals for his team. Unai Emery has come into this Aston Villa setup, Lance, and of course, it's as if he's breathed new life into the team. They're playing as a unit. They look extremely well. And then remember, Manchester United, and earlier today I was having a discussion with somebody. Manchester United was doing well when Casemiro was, being extremely dominant in the midfield. Yes. And of course, Marcus Rashford just couldn't get off the goal sheet. Now, Manchester United we're not talking about that anymore. We're not really talking about Casemiro.
Yeah.
And Marcus Rashford is not like the high-firing Rashford we would have seen before. So a lot of people feel as if the game will be a lot more closer. Even people tipping Aston Villa to win this one.
But Emery's work with Aston Villa has been impressive. There's no question about it. And the 10-game unbeaten run they are experiencing at the moment is the best they've had in more than a decade at this level. So credit to work that he has done here. One of the issues with Manchester United is that in recent weeks they've been giving up advantages that they've been holding in matches. They've been leading and then they surrender goals and then not win. Ten Hag very upset. I heard him in the last 24 hours talking about you cannot give 90%. You have to give 100%.
All the time.
All the time. So I think he has been very disappointed about that. But he's taking this very, very seriously because Aston Villa are pushing for Europe as well, for the Champions League, and they are in with a shot.
Yes.
And I saw where the Argentine Garnacho is not being released by Ten Hag for the Under-20 World Cup in Argentina, for Argentina, which I find a little strange because FIFA does dictate that if your national team needs you, then you are obliged as a club to release them. I know he had a bit of an injury, so he's back playing it. So I think that may be part of the reason. But I think that position that Ten Hag is taking is representative of how seriously he's taking the back end of the season. And he doesn't want Man United to be slipping any more than they have already done in recent weeks. So I just think that there is this approach from Ten Hag that he wants to ensure that his team gives 110% for the remainder of the season. And it starts this weekend with the Aston Villa fixture.
And one good news is that for Manchester United fans is that Harry Maguire seems to be fit, and I think he'll be okay to play for y'all. At least you'll have your captain back.
Well, you want him to play. That's because you're a Man City fan.
Let's talk about Manchester City, because they are away to Fulham this weekend. Pep Guardiola and his players shouldn't have much of a problem.
No, they shouldn't. The narrative coming from Pep Guardiola is what you expect. He said just in the last few hours that the season is not yet over. The momentum has swung in their favour because of their big win over Arsenal and because of their form and their momentum. But you've got to get the points. The points aren't going to just be awarded to you. So his approach is solid. The season is not yet over. They have not yet won the Premier League, even though a lot of people are already handing the title to them. So I think Guardiola is serious about getting his players to do what he needs them to do.
Exactly.
And one of the good things about Manchester City is that their squad is so deep that if the players on the field aren't doing what he wants them to do, he'll go to his bench and find players to do the job.
Exactly.
So I think Man City are in a good place.
Yeah, and a big weekend for Manchester City, because if they win against Fulham, they can actually get to the top of the table and, displace Arsenal for some time. So, of course, it'll be a big game. I'm also looking forward to see KDB and Erling Haaland if they can continue what they started against Arsenal. So it's going to be a big weekend. Let's take a quick break and come back. We have a lot more big topics to talk about.